Hi, I'm Jacob Veale, a lyrical abstractionist currently studying in my final year of Fine Art at BCU. I'll be talking a little bit about the materiality and the process of creating my work, from the artists who inspire it to the mediums that I use. My work is greatly inspired by the interaction between mediums on the canvas, how these can be manipulated to alter or create an interesting outcome. Julia Merito, Bryce Marden, and Bernard Fries are to name a few artists that inspire and influence my work. Each of these artists have an ability to capture the speed and expressive nature of painting and the slow, methodical refinement that comes with it. When creating my recent works, this is something that I try and entertain. This way of working also creates an engaging outcome for those viewing my artwork. My recent works are made up of large-scale paintings on paper, where the main focal point is a vast void space of purpose mixed black to give the painting more of a lively feel. The application of the paint is very sporadic and loosely influenced by the subconscious. I use a medium brush, broom and a roller to apply the paint to ensure a variety of textures and consistencies of paint are applied. This gives the painting a unique and individualistic outcome that is engaging to the viewer. In my paintings, I not only use acrylic, but I also mix in block printing ink. This texture allows for, when dried, a glossy finish on the painting. The block printing ink is also much thicker than the acrylic and sits heavy on the surface. If I choose to leave the painting on the floor, then the pooling will become very apparent in the middle of the page, where the block printing ink sits at the very bottom and dries last. Whereas if the painting was put up on the wall, the thick, heavy printed ink will seep down the page and eventually reach the bottom. This creates tracks and trails within the painting that are visible to the viewer and artists alike. I then work back into the work with either black or white charcoal to create a new and engaging finish to the painting. This charcoal allows for a greater range of contrast to be created in the dark spaces and the light spaces alike. Playing around with the negative space and the negative energy on the page is something that I'm quite interested in. The dark high contrast to the light background of the piece. I always try and level out these different outcomes to ensure that there is a level piece to show. My large-scale paintings lend themselves to being shown in a gallery space where there is a vast open energy to allow for the viewer to walk through and intake and enjoy the piece as a whole. My work is very experimental. Each piece inspires the next. Most recent works are the best realizations of the work that I'm trying to create, where there is a focus on contrast and the outcome itself. Also, we work back into these pieces with a paint pen to create much more smaller and refined pieces within the actual piece itself. The work allows for an open interpretation on the meaning and understanding of what the pieces are about. This openness interests me because the painting can be viewed by anyone and allows for an interesting viewer methods. Large-scale, fast-paced energy hits the viewer as soon as the piece comes into sight. Then the small intricate details draw the viewer in, and a sense of enjoyment and intrigue. Overall, my lyrical abstraction work shows artists and non-artists alike lost in the energy and the materiality of a piece in ways other works do not. The video playing in the background shows me working on a piece that I've recently done. It shows off processes that I use to create my work and also some of the materials that I use to create my work. It's an experimentation piece in itself, as the work is hung on the wall rather than on the floor where I would originally do it. It will turn out very well and will go on to inspire other pieces. Thank you.